Hello and welcome to today's show. I'm so excited to have Liz Ciardi with PrimeLending with me on the show today. Welcome, Liz.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, and we're still staying COVID friendly, so I'd have loved for you to have been in my office with me today, but to protect both of us, we are doing a Zoom, and I know we've all got comfortable with Zooms this year. So welcome to today's show, and thank you for being here. Most of us, when we buy real estate, we also get a mortgage. I think the number's well over 95% of people get a mortgage when they buy real estate. And so I wanted to bring you on today to talk about mortgages because there's a lot of myths and facts and all that kind of stuff out there. First of all, tell me about these historic interest rates. I know I filmed a show a few years ago with you, and we talked about historic low interest rates because they had dropped below 4%, which is a deal, by the way. And so now what are you seeing out there?
You know, it's amazing. We have done several 1.99, 15-year loans. It's just like we're giving money away. The 30 years, they're, depending on the client, because your rate does vary by credit score. But the rates are from 2.75, getting closing cost help, or 2.625 without. That's based on today's rates. It's just incredible. It is really the time to buy.
Absolutely. Your industry and these low rates is really causing a housing shortage because everyone wants to lock in these rates. And what people do realize is you're locking this low rate in for 15 to 30 years. No matter what rates do, yours stays at these historic, incredible rates. We just had a client who was paying $2,000 a month in rent, and we sold them the home. The owner of the home the rental home wanted to sell it. We sold the renter the home, and they were paying $2,000 a month in rent. Their payment's $950.
Amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing.
Absolutely amazing. I'm on my 32nd year in real estate, and I've never seen rates like this. So
nor have I.
It's absolutely incredible. There's all kind of rate mortgage options, and you offer them all. We've got VA, FHA, conventional. We've got some non-conforming type things. What's the most popular loan that you're seeing?
Without a doubt, it's the 30-year conventional fixed. There's a lot of different options. People can do a 3% down, which competes a lot with the FHA, which is a better option. Sellers love conventional loans. So when we can, we put people in a conventional. But there's a lot of different conventionals, even one that we have that's 10% down with the mortgage insurance is not in the payment. It's really wonderful.
Yeah, and when people hear conventional loan, if they're old school, they think 20 big down payment. And conventional loan does not mean you've got to have a big down payment these days. And as you said, It can be as little as 3% down. So someone can get in a $200,000 house for $7,000.
Correct. And then the closing cost.
Yeah, seller paying closing costs. So that's just an absolutely incredible opportunity. There are some loans out there, used to be just for veterans, but there are some loan programs out there that are specific to income limits and location of the property that even allow 100% financing. So I just want to point out that not everybody needs a down payment. Some people can buy with no money down. It's a very competitive market. If you are a buyer, sellers are getting multiple offers on their homes due to these low interest rates. Everybody wants to own a home. So a buyer wants to look as appealing as possible to a seller. And so I want to talk about how does a buyer get prepared and get pre-qualified before they make the offer on the house, and also the sellers want to see that, and also the worst thing for a buyer is to look at homes that are more expensive than what they can afford. So tell me what a buyer needs to get ready, and then tell folks how to get pre-approved.
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because when I speak to a client, it's very important to stress, I need to get your documents. I know you haven't found your house, but you're going to find that house. You're going to make an offer in a minute. and they're going to want to accept yours and several others, and they're going to call me, the listing agent, and say, have you seen everything? And if I don't say, yes, I've seen all your documents, they are fine, they're going to take the next offer. So documenting your loan is the most important thing. And from the minute we speak, I'm going to tell you, get me this, this, and this. And that's the best I can tell. And then I prep a client. Let's say that they don't have the closing cost. We're going to find it. We're going to talk to relatives or 401k, because right now the sellers want clean, conventional, asking for no closing costs. And that's how you get the deal.
Absolutely. And just to hit a couple of pointers with people getting prepared before they call you, and then I'm going to ask you to tell us how people can get in touch with you. You need everyone who's buying the home information in front of you when you call the lender. If there's 2 people buying it or 3 people buying it, if it's a parent buying it with a child, a couple, married or not, all information needs to be on all folks, and you need to have that in front of you, and that's their employment, their Social Security. Tell me just what they need in front of them before they make the call to you, Liz.
Sure. 2 years of where they lived, 2 years of where they worked, but address, phone number, what position they held, what money they made at those jobs. And then, of course, they need to know their assets. In other words, how much is in their checking, savings, 401k.
Absolutely. And before we wrap up, I just want to say it is so important to get a great loan officer who's with a reputable company. Liz, how many years, we're going to show our age, I already said 32 for me, how many years have you been doing mortgages?
I think it's actually 34 right now.
Yeah.
I love the business and been doing it a long time.
Absolutely.
And the one good thing, it's so important to have a good loan officer, one who really understands underwriting, not just taking an application. And that is, the people that work with you are all excellent loan officers, and they really makes a big difference, especially if you're known in a market. The listing agent's going to go, oh, great, it's this person. I feel most comfortable taking that person.
Well, Liz, you've got a great reputation. You do loans for our clients and also for us, the agents here, when we buy. So thank you so much for that. One of the fantastic things that Liz does is she takes your information, and then out of all the mortgage products out there, she can recommend the one best for your financial needs. You do an amazing job with that. Liz, tell folks how to reach you, Liz Ciardi, at PrimeLending.
The best way is by phone. Call or text me at 704-756-4059. If you'd like to apply before we speak, that's fine. I'll have more information. And that's my website, lizciardi.com, LIZCIARDI.com.
Absolutely. You know, a lot of younger folks like to do everything on the websites and online. And even though Liz and I have been around a long time, we are technology savvy, aren't we, Liz?
We certainly are. Modern originator is what we call it.
Absolutely. So visit Liz on her website and visit us on our website, stephencooley.com. Thank you, Liz, for your expert knowledge on mortgages. Again, it's Liz Ciardi with PrimeLending. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Stephen.